Hey everyone out there, good morning. Welcome to Zenni Optical's first Q&A Ask an Optician session. I'm really excited to be here with you all and kick off this first version and hopefully one of many. We're going to answer all your questions. Please make sure to leave messages down below in the chat. We'll have multiple people here that are going to answer your questions for you. From customer service, as well as one of our doctors that works with us, and other opticians. So first, let me introduce myself. My name is Lambert. I'm a certified optician and a product specialist here at Zenni Optical. I am a real person. This is not a fake or a phony. I've worked for the company for almost 4 years now. I started out in the customer support department. I worked as a team leader, basically answering your questions over the phone. So this is why I feel like I'm one of the best people to come aboard and answer your questions in real time. So shortly after I worked in the customer support department, I made the migration over to the product team. So now I get to spend my days playing with glasses, working with our fantastic partners too, which is really exciting. So just some of our partners that we have the Bulls, we have the 49ers, we have our great esports partners like the Golden Guardians, we have Rashida Jones, who is an amazing person, and then we also have the Broadway musical Tootsie. So those are just some of our partners, and we have some that are coming up really soon, so I want you guys to keep your eyes out for that. With all that being said, I do, like I said, have a lot of understanding of Zenni Optical and the pain points that you may have with purchasing glasses. So what I'm going to do is go through the basic steps or be your human quick start guide. So I want you to treat this session as like a little tutorial. Just go through, hopefully we'll be able to answer all of your questions that you have for starting out on purchasing your glasses, and just the fundamentals. So like I said before, put all your questions down in the chat below. We will have people from our company, customer support department, as well as an optician, and one of our doctors will be here answering questions in the chat, and then I'll answer your questions in real time. So enough of all the small talk and all of this. Let's get into what we're going to talk about. So today we're going to start with sizing to face shape, how to get the perfect frame for you. We're going to help you with entering your prescription and understanding your pupillary distance. These are all important aspects of how to first get started, and they're basically how you would go ahead and get yourself started for ordering a pair of glasses. So let's go. I'm going to show you my collection. So I have a lot of glasses, All right, so here's just a little bit. Here's the first set of glasses that I have. These are like my absolute favorites. These are like my rimless sunnies, and they're tinted, mirrored. I love those. And then also what I have here, I have some more. I also have chains. So like when I go, because also I travel with the company to festivals. So what I like to do is, we like to make sure that we have the chains on our glasses. We look totally apart. So this is a little bit of my obsession. Hopefully you guys who are really big fans of Zenni have a collection too. I've seen some of the posts on Instagram. I've seen some of the posts that you guys have made in Facebook. I know that you guys love the company as much as I do. So thank you. I want to thank all of our beautiful customers, our fantastic customers who are out there supporting us. We wouldn't be able to do any of this without you guys. And that being said, let's get into the meat of the situation. What I do is, as working for a company that's online, of course, I am always on my computer. I'm always on my phone. So what I do is all my glasses have blue light blocking lenses. So I recommend that for anyone else, especially as an optician, because if you're tired at the end of the day and you've been looking at a computer all day, you're indoors right now for most of your time, you're on your phone, your eyes being subjected to a lot of unnatural blue light. It's really great to help and regulate your sleep patterns and things like that. So it's really recommended that you get blue light blocking lenses. It's hard to say, blah, blah, blah. too many V's. Make sure you get some of those. Those help out a lot. And I personally recommend them. I have photochromic ones. So those will change when, they'll darken when you go outside. So that way I'm still protecting myself even from the sun, which emits blue light. So keep that in mind, okay? So let's see here. Let me tell you about frame size. So frame size it's hard to, I know that when you're looking at it from a virtual standpoint, how to basically find the right frame size for you. I know that you may feel uncomfortable with doing it because you're not in front of someone or anything like that. Let me tell you that I was extremely uncomfortable the first time when I started out at Zenni because I didn't see any of the frames that I wanted, even being in the office. I didn't see any of the frames that I wanted at first. So what I did was I learned that one of the ways that you can find out the frame sizes that could work for you is if you have a frame from if you've previously worn glasses, odds are that your frame is going to have measurements on the inside of the temple arm. Typically, it's on the inside of the right temple arm. There are 3 sets of numbers, and they start out with a typical number is going to be within about 40 to 50, and these 3 numbers are in a sequence where the first 2 are separated with a square or a box. You're going to see a box, and then there'll be a second set of numbers, and that number is going to be the measurement of the bridge or the width of the bridge. That's typically in the high teens to low 20s. And then the last set of the last number is going to be within the hundreds, between like 130 to 140, and that's the measurement of the temple arm itself. So the first measurement is the width of the lens, the second measurement is the length of the temple arm, and the third measurement is the length of the temple arm, and the second measurement is the width of the bridge. So using those numbers, you can enter them into our system, into our filter on our website, and you can utilize those numbers to help filter out and find a frame that'll work for you. Also, what I wanted to bring up is that those numbers can either be on the bridge itself, or they can be even on the left temple arm. It doesn't have to necessarily be always on this temple arm on the right hand side, but it is more likely to be there. So use those numbers, filter out your frames, filter down to something that you really will love, and use that to help yourself pick out a perfect frame on the website. One other way that you can always use to pick out a frame is our virtual try-on system, which is really, really amazing. It actually helps with picking out face shape. It helps with understanding and putting on a frame on your face that it's actually closer to actual fit. And there are certain ways that you can do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to either use your mobile phone, or you can use your computer. It's best if you use your computer, but if you can't use your phone, you're going to take a little picture, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to rotate your head left to right, and then you're going to use a credit card size card you're going to put on your forehead. And what that does is it gives you perspective, and it actually establishes a understanding of how wide your face is. And then most importantly is that you want to enter your pupillary distance. Entering your pupillary distance assists with also sizing the frame. So that's one other thing that's really important, that you should get that information. And we're going to go over how to get that information, or what's the best way to have that information. So that's going to go a little longer, a little further down in the chat. One thing that you also can do, and this is something that I've done before. What you can do is you can always measure your frame yourself. So if you have like a frame and you're uncomfortable with the information, with the numbers that are provided, or you want to see something that's larger, there is a tutorial as well on our website that shows you how to do, or how to find that frame measurement. So there are a couple of ways that you can go about finding this, but the best way is to go to our help center directly. So if you click on the top left-hand side of your screen, if you're using a laptop or a computer, on the top left-hand side, there's a help link. It'll pull up a drop down. What you're going to do is click on the bottom of that drop down, and it says Help Center. Going to the Help Center, there's going to be like a prompt or a little box that you're going to enter all the information or whatever your question is, and then it'll filter out according to what you're entering, and it'll show you exactly what you're looking for. So if you're looking for how to measure your frame, just enter that and it'll direct you to the right page. All right. Okay. So that's one way to look up your information or for your frame size. Don't feel intimidated. Zenni has a lot of ways that can help you to find out what's right for you. I know that one thing that is a problem is people don't understand maybe what's my style or what looks good on me. The virtual try-on helps you with face shape. So that's one big thing. We also have the face shape quiz. So going over to our help center, entering face shape, it'll give you the information on how you can figure out and find the right frame size for you, or right frame for your face shape as well. All right, so one thing that's really important. Of course, you can find the right frame for you. That's great, but you need to see. So that's the most important part, is actually seeing through the lenses. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go over entering your prescription. So entering your prescription is very simple. Most people have a prescription that looks either two ways. It's either one that's a printout from a computer, which is really easy to interpret, or the other is actually a handwritten prescription. So right here, as you can see, this one is a handwritten prescription. It starts with the right eye and the left eye is the second eye. It always starts with right eye first. So it goes right eye, which is OD, and then it will be -2, -1 times 100, or any sort of power information or prescription information there. So what this is, it's sphere, cylinder, axis, and this is the power of your lens, and these are astigmatism corrections. So that's just technically what those are, but these are the numbers in the sequence of numbers, or a sequence that you'll enter the numbers into the system. Now, if you have a multifocal, you'll have a plus number on the end. This is the power for magnification, so that number will be used if you have a bifocal or a progressive no-line multifocal. If you don't worry about this. Just enter single vision. So you have to select that information before. You want to select single vision, progressive, or bifocal, and enter the prescription in that sequence. So right eye first, left eye second. All right. The next set of numbers that you're going to enter will be your pupillary distance. So your pupillary distance is extremely important. You need that number and that measurement to establish where we need to put your prescription in the lens. So your pupillary distance is the measurement in millimeters between the centers of your pupils. This can be achieved in multiple ways. So either your doctor's given it to you, because they can measure it for you within your during your exam, or you can do it on your own. It's really easy to do it on your own. You can do it in the mirror. If you have someone right now with you while you're sheltering or anything like that, you can always have them take the measurement for you. And we have a way that you can do the measurement from home. There is a PD ruler you can print out from our website. So going back to the Help Center, when you type in how to measure your PD, or how to get your PD, or how to find it, that information will populate the PD ruler infographic. So that PD ruler infographic is where you can go ahead, you can print out the ruler, and you can measure it on your own. Now, if you don't measure on your own and your prescription does contain the pupillary distance, it could have the number written in two ways, or it can have the number written in multiple ways, but the two most common are either a single number, or you're going to have a dual PD. So there's either a single number for a single PD, or two separate numbers for a dual PD. Now, a single PD is typically going to be a number that's within the 50s or the 60s. Sometimes it may be 70, and that's millimeters. Or there's a dual PD, which has two sets of numbers. One will be for the right eye and one will be for the left eye. Those numbers are typically within the 20s and the 30s. They are, it's just giving the measurement from the bridge of your nose to the center of your pupil for each eye. So if you don't have that, it's fine, perfectly fine and comfortable to have a single PD. A lot of eye doctors just use that, or a lot of other eyewear manufacturers use that, and you don't have to feel like you're missing out on anything. It's perfectly fine. So once you have that information, you're going to go ahead, enter that number into the system, and before you get to the next screen, it will ask you to verify your prescription. I cannot reiterate enough how much importance it is to make sure that you verify your prescription. Um, we don't want you to have any mistakes. We don't want you to have, any issues with your glasses. So confirm what your prescription information is. Make sure that you feel confident and comfortable with your pupillary distance measurement, and you can proceed to move forward and order your lenses and then drop those glasses right into your shopping cart. Okay, so this may have been a lot of information within a short period of time. What I want you to do is feel comfortable. So I am going to ask questions. Make sure that you have dropped those questions in the chat. And if you do have any more questions beyond the scope of what I've gone over, like I mentioned before, you can always go into our help center, type in whatever question or what anything is bothering you, and then we'll go ahead and we will respond back to you, or we can go ahead and get you set up for success with that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to answer questions in real time, and what I am going to ask of you is give me a moment. Let's see. I'm going to look at the questions. Tina asked, how can I find the best frame shape for my face shape? So like I mentioned before, you want to go to our face shape guide. We have a face shape quiz. So if you can't find it directly through the homepage, go to the help center and type in face shape quiz, and it will populate all the web pages that correspond with that question or that ask. And then it will direct you to our face shape quiz. And then once you've taken that quiz, it will show you all the frames according to that face shape. So if you're a diamond, if you're an oval, a heart, it will give you that information there. All right. And like I mentioned, also virtual try-on. Virtual try-on is really great for establishing face shape. So utilize that if you can. You have to first make your account. So you have to make an account before you even save your actual face shape photo. So you want to create your account first if you haven't done so already, and use your pupillary distance to get that information to make sure that the fitting is accurate as possible. All right, so let's see. Next question, Beatrice. How can I learn more about the different tints you offer? We have a fantastic Sunglasses 101 page. It's just been updated. It's really great. If you go to either men, men, or kids at the top, in the drop down, there's Sunglasses 101. And Sunglasses 101 will take you to a page which will show you all the tints. We also have videos that illustrate the tints as well. One trick that I like to tell everyone is scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. At the bottom of our homepage, or at any page on zennioptical.com or zenni.com, what you'll see is an infographics section as well as a video section. So those will show you videos on how to, or I'll show you a video on our tints for our glasses that we offer. So that's a big help. Next question that I have, Stephanie Elaine. What if my glasses don't have any numbers, but I got them from Zenni? Oh, that's easy. Every frame that we offer, in the description page of that frame, are the measurements of the glasses or of that frame. So if you look, if you enter the frame number, if you know it, or if it's in your order history, you can click on the page of that frame, and then within the description information below, or the dimensions information, it will tell you how wide the frame is, the width of the lens, the length of the temple arm. It will give you all that information. It will tell you what the material of the frame is. So we give you every little bit of information about that frame that will help you and assist you with finding other frames that are going to fit you as well. So check out that description page for each frame, and you will be able to see what frame size you have previously worn. All right. Next question. Let's see. Jean asks, do you offer transitions lenses? Yes, we do. So we offer our Zenni branded transitions or photochromic lenses, which is the technical term. But we offer transitions brand lenses, and we also offer photochromic lenses, which are Zenni photochromics. They're a more affordable photochromic or a color changing lens. We have them in gray and amber. We also have blue blocking transition or photochromic lenses, which change, and they also give you the blue blocking technology. So we offer them in standard transitions. We offer them in photochromic, Zenni branded photochromics, and we also offer them with our blocks blue blocking photochromics. So yes, we do carry those. And next question. Janice asks, how do you measure your PD? Okay, so our help center will take you and direct you to the infographic on how to measure your PD, or what I mentioned before is you can scroll down to the bottom of our page, of our web page, and you'll see on the right hand side, it will say how to measure your PD, and that will direct you over to the how to measure your PD infographic. It will have a photographic or illustrated guide to show you how to measure your PD if you're doing it on your own, or if you're going and having someone else help you and do it for you. And it'll also have a ruler that you can print out. So there's a link that will take you to a PDF file. You can print out that PDF file. You're going to fold the paper, and it will guide you as well on that PDF file how to measure them yourself. So I know right now it's difficult because a lot of optical centers and a lot opticians, as well as your own optometrist or ophthalmologist, they're not available for you. So it's difficult to ask someone else to go and do it for you if they're not within your home or even your doctor or location. So using that guide, it gives you a lot more freedom. It's going to help you out in the end, because once you have that measurement, you really don't need it anymore. Typically, it's very rare that measurement will change. So you can measure it once, you're fine. But just make sure that you use that number and you don't change it. Don't enter any sort of, random number. You want to make sure that number is correct, because we need to use that number to place your prescription within your lenses. So please make sure you get that information from the infographic and use that to after you've entered your prescription into our website. All right. Next question. Debbie, what if I get my glasses and they don't fit, or I don't like the frame? So we have a return policy. It's a 30-day return policy. It's either a 50% refund or a 100% store credit. All you need to do is first either call or start a chat with us or send us an email. We'll respond to you and offer you a return authorization number. You use that return authorization to send the glasses back to us, and we'll either extend you that store credit. You can utilize that store credit to go ahead and purchase another pair of glasses that are, either a little bit larger, a little bit smaller, depending on whatever your issue is. Or if you just don't feel comfortable, it is a 50% refund. So it is a personalized medical device for you specifically. So that's why we unfortunately cannot offer or extend anything more. But it is available an option for a refund, as well as that 100% store credit for you to go out and buy another frame. So you're not losing out. If you have a prescription, you're going to need glasses. We're giving you that 100% store credit to go out and buy another pair that'll work for you. Okay? All right, let's see. Rhonda, I'm a hairstylist, so I need a larger sweet spot for my bifocal progressive glasses. How do I go about getting that through Zenni? That's great. We have workplace progressives. So usually when you're doing hair, my mom did hair. She was a cosmetologist for years. So I know you're working up close. We have workspace progressives, which has a wider frame of vision, or wider field of vision at the top of the frame. And then it still has a wider or lower reading portion, but it's so that you can see things that are closer. Workspace progressives aren't designed for you to see things far away. They're designed for you to see things either within 14 feet or less. So we have two types of workspace progressives. There's a mid-range and a near range. So you're probably going to want the mid-range because you still want to be able to see things maybe a little further past your client. And you want to have that ability to still have a wider range within a short space. So get the mid-range progressives. I've worn them myself before when I was on my computer, but now I only have single vision. I don't need my workspace progressives anymore, but I do recommend the mid-range, and check those out too. So we have a guide on we have information about progressives. So check out in our help center, type in progressives. It will take you to a page which will describe all of our progressive information, and how you can find the ones that work best for you. All right, let's see. Jean asks, has Zenni considered a try before you buy program? Unfortunately, no. The reason why is because Zenni really wants to make sure that we're able to keep our glasses affordable for you. So it's a little too cost ineffective for us to do that to maintain our price point. So right now we're working on finding ways for you to virtually try on glasses so that you can look good but still maintain that same price point. So unfortunately, not that try before you buy is not going to happen right now. I don't foresee it happening, just so we can make sure to keep our prices right for you. But I do recommend using that virtual try on feature, and we'll, it works really well. I've done it myself. It's actually pretty accurate. Let's see. Next question that I have, and I'm going to start winding down now. Mona Perron, what's the choice for the glasses light? Let's see. Prefer light. So if you're looking for a lightweight frame, if you filter out the frames on the top, if you go to special or actually additional features, in that drop down there is a feature to filter out by lightweight. So you can filter out any lightweight frames there, and that will basically take you to a frame that's beneath about 20 grams, I believe, in weight. So those are our lightest frames, but we always recommend either titanium frames. Those are really lightweight. We have, let's see, rimless frames. Rimless frames are extremely lightweight. So those materials are going to be the lighter materials for you, or even and rimless frames, because you're not having a full frame, those will be really light for you. And I always recommend, if you have a stronger prescription, you definitely want to go with high index lenses. High index lenses assist with your maintaining the frame and the weight of your glasses low, because it's a thinner lens and the lens itself is lighter. So that way it assists with keeping your frame light on your face. It's not too heavy. All right, let's see if I have any other questions that I have right now that my co-workers haven't asked. No, I think everyone's been really taken care of here. Well, what I want to do, I just want to thank you guys once again for joining me during the chat. I really appreciate you guys taking your time out of your day, no matter where you are. And if you're at home, stay safe. If you're out, stay safe. I want to thank all of our frontline workers, everyone that's doing everything in their part to help us out through this tough time. We're going to get through this, and just remember to take care of each other and take care of yourself. All right, you guys? Thank you again. Hopefully we'll check you out in a week or so. We'll see. But thanks for joining me today. All right, you guys. Bye.